find ourselves at the home of the Violet Vermin for the second round of the VALVIK Grand Prix Tour. Hello everybody and welcome along then to Reacten and the Reactor Core for round 2 of the VALVIK Grand Prix Tour. Last time out it was the Balls of Zen with Yin that took the win in the 7 Seas ride. Thorn up in second, Vermilion then up into third place, as we'll see how the other half of the marbles qualify for today's event. And of course, in the team standings, of course, the Balls of Zen up in the lead, Grimrose is up in second, Flaming Chair is up to third, Royal Jesters in fourth place. But here we are then for the second round of the season. Welcome along then to the Reactor Core. 12 turns await our teams today. The most important of which is that turn 4 complex right there, that long snail-like section, as that's who you'll see racing today and tomorrow. Then the other side of the marbles then today. As we jump into qualifying right now, up first will be the Pirate Prowlers with their marbles scorched as they begin their lap now. The lap starts then with a sweep down the right, then up into this long snail section into that which is turn 4, then turn 5 and 6, which is this long winding complex, turn 7 up, and then down into turn 8, turn 10, turn 11 over there, and then turn 12 to finish out the lap. Let's see what Scorch's time is. It's going to be a 24:14 to start them off, as Charcoal is about to start their lap. Charcoal, of course, qualifying second. Well, the second marble to run their qualifying lap after Graphite finished 1 lap down in the previous race. However, because they scored the fastest Q1 time last time out, they were able to put themselves ahead of the Pirate Prowlers, thus lining up in 19th. But it's going to be a 22:50 for Charcoal. They go up in the lead, almost 2 seconds faster than Scorched. As Loon now starts their lap for the Coastline Crescent. Very striking blue uniform that Loon is wearing at the moment. But let's see, it's a very slow getaway out of turn 4. Let's see how they manage the rest of the lap though. The rest of the lap is very, it's a very standard track. But it still could prove to be a little challenging for these teams here. But let's see what Loon's lap is. It's actually going to be slower than the Pirate Prowlers. 25:08 puts them in third provisionally. As Victoria starts their lap, their teammate Steam qualified last time out in the 7 Seas. Oh, mistake in the entrance of turn 4. I don't think it's going to be a very good lap here for Victoria, but they still have half of the lap left to go. But very slow out of that complex over there as well. It's not looking good for Victoria. I think they might qualify last, much like their teammate did, as they're about to cross the line. It's going to be a 25:45, fourth provisionally, but I don't think it's going to be a very good lap, considering what Charcoal's lap is. I think that's going to be the time to beat, as Himalaya now starts their lap from the Big Hero Peaks. Let's see if they're able to match the heights that their teammate achieved last time out, of course taking pole in the 7 Seas ride. Not a bad lap so far. Let's see how they manage the last few turns here. Going into that fast sweeper, that is turn 11, and then up into turn 12. A little bit of a bounce there. 23:27 puts them in second provisionally, as 11 Ball is about to start their lap from the Cue Balls. Fast out of turn 1, fast, but a little slow out of turn 2, out of turn 3. It's going to be a very mediocre run through turn 4. As they're now getting into the rest of the lap here. A bit slow out of turn 8. Let's see how they manage turns 10 and 11. And that is going to be third place behind Himalaya. A slower time then down those first 2 marbles. Let's see what Symphony is able to do. Their teammate Sonata finished qualified 19th for the first race. Let's see if they're able to get themselves a little bit further up the order here. Not a bad run so far for the first half of the lap. Let's see how they manage the rest of it. I don't think it's going to be a faster time than Charcoal, however. Already past 22. It's going to be second, though, with a 23-21. And already, as you can see, Victoria out of Q2 contention. As right now starts their lap for the Sky Scouts. Right, of course, a very surprise result that they got in the Season 3 marathon where they finished 4th. Finally, the Sky Scouts had a decent marble for the marathon events, which helped them get that 3rd place overall in the VALVIK Marble League. Let's see how they manage the rest of the lap here. It's looking quite nice. It's going to be a 22:41. Right then, up in 1st place. They take the lead for now, as Kami now starts their lap for Kitsune Rush. So far, it's a pretty fast getaway through these first few turns here. Let's see how they manage the rest of the lap, which has proven to be so far a little tricky for some of these teams here. But Kami, no issues at the moment. As they're about to approach the end of the lap here. Let's see how they manage the last few turns here. Not a bad exit out of 12. It's going to be a 22-21. 2/10 faster than Right. That puts them up in provisionally in pole position as Parasite now starts their lap in their home race. Parasite yet to compete in any racing event so far for their team, the Violet Vermin. Let's see how they manage the lap here. So far, it's been a pretty mediocre lap, but very slow into turn 10. That's gonna cost them a lot of time here, as they're already past 24 seconds. It's gonna be 9th place, only ahead of the Clockworks there. That's gonna be a poor attempt for the home team, as Eagle now starts the lap a little slow out of turn 12 into their installation lap. But so far, it's a pretty fast getaway through turns 3 and 4. Turn 4 specifically, you need to be able to get that entry right as you enter the rest of the lap, because that can affect the time, like you said. But pretty slow out of those middling turns there. But let's see how they round out the lap. It's already, I don't think it's going to be faster than Kitsune Rush. Already past 22, past 23. It's going to be a 23:57. 7th place, already guaranteed to be out of Q1. As Renew then starts their lap for Team Echo. Renew, a very popular marble in the VALVIK Marble League, of course. Team Echo's only gold medalist, I should say, as well. So far, it's a pretty decent lap then from Renew, as they're about to enter the last few turns of the lap here. Turn 10 has been managed pretty well by Renew so far. Let's see how they manage the rest of the lap here. As they cross the line, it's going to be 4th place with a 22:54 ahead of Symphony. Not bad then from Renew, who put themselves with a chance of making it through to Q2. As Uramaki now starts their lap from the Sushi Squad. Already we're past the halfway point. Already we have 6 marbles that are eliminated out of Q1 contention, as Uramaki now a pretty decent lap so far. Let's see how they manage the rest of the lap here. Going through 11 and then up into 12. Good exit. Slow exit out of 12 though. It's going to be a 22:57, 5th at the moment. That they knock Himalaya out of contention. As Jab now, a very speedy marble from the Scorperiors, start their lap. Jab has been the pick for the Scorperiors for racing events in the last 2 editions of the marathon in the VALVIK Marble League, and they were able to get some pretty decent results. But let's see how they manage this lap here, this qualifying lap. They haven't been really the best at qualifying, but let's see how they manage. As they round out the lap here, it's going to be a pretty slow getaway. Only 9th, right behind 11 Ball. As Swirl now begins their lap of the Bubblegum Ballers. For Swirl, it's also, I believe, their first ever entry into a racing event for the Bubblegum Ballers. Swirl so far a pretty middling lap here. Let's see how they're able to finish it out. Already, I think it's going to be slower than a Kitsune Rush. It's only going to be 7th place, right behind Symphony, as Kami now guaranteed to go into Q2, which I'm sure the Kitsune Rush are very happy about. As Starboard now begins their lap. Port with a very great performance in the previous race. They were disappointed to miss out on what could have been an easy podium in the 7 Seas ride had they not had that contact then with Vermilion and Thorn. Still 5th place, not a bad result then from the captain of the Sailors. Let's see what Starboard is able to do here It's going to be 3rd place. Not bad. They put themselves in contention now for that Q2 appearance. Right, however, will make it through as Joker now begins their lap from the Royal Jesters. We're getting into the last 3 runs here of the last 4 runs here of Q1, as Joker Jester then had a very good run last time out in round 1, finishing a decent 4th place, leading the race for a while as well. Did Jester for the Royal Jesters, but let's see what Joker can do here as they're about to cross the lap. It's gonna be 2nd place for Joker, already guaranteed to move into Q2. Not bad then. The Royal Jesters, a very unexpected performance from the team so far, who have been nowhere in the VALVIK Marble League. They now put themselves in a very good spot in the VALVIK Grand Prix Tour, as Garnet now, another marble with a very nice racing pedigree. But it doesn't seem to be a very fast lap so far, as they're a bit slow out of turn 10. As they're about to cross the line, it's going to be a 23:30, only 11th place, as Starboard now makes it into Q2. Only 2 marbles left to see if they're able to make it, and 2 marbles left to run. Spine from the Grim Roses being one of them. Spine, their first appearance in any sort of track event. Let's see how they're able to manage. Pretty slow out of turn 4. I think that might cost them the lap here. Pretty slow going into turns 6 and 7. 7 and 8. Out of turn 10. I think it's even slower. But let's see how they're able to round out the rest of the lap here. Slow out of turn 12 as well. It's going to be 14th place. Charcoal then makes it through to Q2. Carbons make it then 2 for 2 in Q2 appearances. As Harmony now, the last run of the day here. Harmony, of course, also their first appearance in any sort of racing event for the Balls of Zen. Of course, Yin is their quintessential pick for any sort of racing event. But let's see what Harmony is able to do here. So far, a pretty slow getaway. Let's see how they manage turn 10. It's looking like a very middling lap. Let's see how they round out the lap here. Will Renew make it to Q2? And they do! It's only 8th for Harmony. And that's 7th to 20th determined. And in Q2 then, Kami then sets the fastest lap in Q1. Joker, right, Starboard, Chuckle, and Renew make it to Q2. Uramaki then will start in 7th place as they're about to start the pole shootout. And there you are then. Kami then in 1st place. Joker, right, Starboard, Charcoal, and Renew as the 5 lights are turning green now. And we're off for the pole shootout. It's a good start for Joker. Good start for Renew now, as they now take the lead from 1st to 6th. Kami now back in the lead. Charcoal dropping all the way down to 6th. It's Kami, Renew, Joker, right, Starboard, and Charcoal. Kami then with a good lead out of going into the end of lap 1. But Renew is right there as well. Renew now takes the lead with a great scrap then for 1st place. Kami then will not give up that battle. Joker then stays in a good 3rd position. Starboard up into 4th. Right now down to 6th place. It will still be a 6th place start for the Sky Scouts. But meanwhile then at the front, Renew extending that gap then from Kami. Joker staying in a decent 3rd position. As meanwhile near the back, it's already a big divide between the top 3 and the bottom 3. As we're about to enter the final lap of the pole shootout, Renew so far has put up a very good run. Kami not seemingly able to get any closer to the Team Echo marble. As Charcoal in a fight of their own against Starboard and Right, but Renew is about to round out the last few turns, and they will cross the line to start in pole position. Kami then takes 2nd place, Joker in 3rd, it's Charcoal, Right, and Starboard went from 4th to 6th in the span of 1 lap, but Renew will start in pole position for Team Echo. Not a bad run then from the Team Echo marble, who started from 6th all the way up to 1st place. They judged that start perfectly there, as Joker and Kami were in the battle of their own. Kami then retook the lead briefly, but then Renew with this beautiful move then, they took that 1st place, and they never looked back once they had it. Joker then with a good 3rd place. It's going to be Charcoal with another good starting position then for the Carbons. And then Right and Starboard in row 3. So there you have it then. Renew will start in pole position for tomorrow's race. Kami in 2nd, Joker up in 3rd place. And they will also take 2 points for taking pole. Jericho section for right and starboard. Round out the top 6. Let's have a look at the updated team standings for after the qualifying session. Team Ecodon up to 7th and Casino Rush up to 11th place. And that's it from us from the VALVIK Grand Prix Tour. Coming up next, we'll see you tomorrow for the race here at the Reactor Core. As for myself, I've been Frankie, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.